What's up, people? I want to talk about the lotto today because I don't know if people understand the history of the lotto or they just don't care. But I don't understand how black people can continue to play the lotto after what they've done to us concerning lotto. For example, back in the day, we used to, well, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, we used to run numbers in the neighborhood. But these people told us we were not allowed to run numbers and what we were doing was illegal. So what they did was they came in there and they raided our spots, locked people up for running numbers. And once they got total control over it, they shut it down. I mean, and once they shut it down, then they starting their own lotto, putting them in our neighborhoods. But we were so stupid that we started buying from the people that put us out of business. The same people that said what we were doing was illegal started the same business and we spend money with them. And they took the money out of our hoods and just filtered it to them. Like, because they're not playing a fair game in the first place. So at least when we played in our neighborhoods, it was a fair chance of winning. Well, here this is all rigged up. I mean, I don't think they rigging to pick three or four or pick five or nothing like that. But when it comes to like, the pick sixes and sevens, when you talk about having some millions on the line, those are the ones that they're rigging. So like when the lotto gets to 500 million, this is not like a coincidence. These people know exactly who played what numbers and what numbers have not been played. These are machines that is hooked up these are machines that's hooked up to all the machines that you play your numbers on. So at the end of the day, they get all the data and they see what numbers have not been played. And guess what numbers are going to hit? The numbers that have not been played. And the way they do this is they put in some balls that weigh 5 grams. Those are the ones that are the numbers that they see people have not picked. So if they see people have not picked, say with seven numbers, say 33, 80, whatever, just seven of these different kind of numbers, and they see this sequence of numbers have not been picked. These are the numbers that they're gonna put in the machine that weigh less than the numbers that all the other numbers. So they got 50 of them that weigh 10 grams, and the seven numbers that they chose specifically weighs 5. Guess which numbers is going to get pushed by the wind up through the tunnel? The 10 gram ones will blow. They will go bounce around and go up and come down, but they're never light enough to be pushed past a certain level. They will not go higher than that level of tube. This is not something that these people are professionally doing this. This is not some shit that they just made up, like just randomly played the shit. This is shit they put together. Anybody can do it. And if you want to have a one-sided kind of thing. So what they do is they put the seven numbers that they decided that they see that people didn't that series of seven numbers that people did not pick. Those are the seven that's going to weigh 5 grams. Then they're going to put all the rest will weigh 10. So when you look so random and the numbers are just bouncing all around in the machine, guess which seven balls are going to shoot through the tunnel? The ones that weigh 5 grams, because the ones that weigh 10 are too heavy to be pushed all the way up through the tunnel. This is not something that is random. This is specifically done. They know what they're doing. They're taking your money, making sure that you don't win in the hood, and it's all coming back to the white community. Sorry to say, but that's what it is. This is why they made ours illegal, but then turned around and made theirs legal in our neighborhoods. And then you got black people that would go out their way to go play these numbers in white people neighborhoods because they know that they don't let them hit in black people neighborhoods. And I've had people tell me that they're like, "Oh, I'll go play in the suburbs because they always hit in the suburbs." So you know that it's rigged if you say that. So therefore, you deserve to be cheated. Why would you go out your way to play with a person that you know intentionally is trying to keep you down? And not just that they're trying to keep you down. It's obvious if you believe that's what they're doing, then you know it must be rigged. So why would you go out your way to play a game that people are trying to play you on and they're rigging it? Whether they're rigging you directly or if they're rigging everybody at once, why do you want to play a rigged game? This is nothing new. Then they did the same thing when it was drugs. Drugs was not a big thing back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever. However, it was never. All of a sudden in the 80s, they made it a war on drugs because they flooded us with the neighborhood with drugs in the neighborhood, but it didn't work quite how they expected it. They was hoping that we wouldn't bubble up and start saving up money and doing stuff with the money, producing other businesses. Then we started doing that. That wasn't cool. So they had to make a war on drugs, come through the neighborhood, destroy everything, just to make sure we couldn't come up. This is the same thing they done with the numbers. Numbers didn't wasn't hurting anybody. It was just an entertainment thing. All of a sudden they came through, raided our neighborhoods, made it a war on
Lotto. And nowadays, if you win, you turn out to be black, they're gonna find some kind of way to make your life hell and try to get some of that money about you. So I don't know. We just gotta go back to doing what we do. Take it back to how we can had the game and stop giving these people our money, people. Peace.